My dear, if you found yourself here today, perhaps there's a little part of you that's longing for change. Maybe life has felt heavy lately, or you've been carrying worries that seem to weigh on your heart each night. Maybe money feels like it comes in and slips away so quickly. You try to stay hopeful, to stay positive, and yet sometimes it feels like no matter what you do, the struggle just doesn't stop. I want you to know you are not alone. So many of us carry these quiet burdens, these whispers of fear and not enoughness. But just for a few moments, let's set those burdens down. Let's give ourselves the gift of presence, of breath, of stillness. Take a deep breath with me now, in and out. Feel your shoulders soften. Let your body relax. Let this be a space where we open the door to a different possibility, where money isn't a fight or a fear, but a friend, a loving energy that's here to support you. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of ease. You are worthy of living a life that flows. And sometimes, the most beautiful changes begin with the simplest actions. That's what we'll talk about today. A small gesture, a quiet, intentional act that may seem almost too simple, but it carries energy, and that energy can open the way to something new. Placing salt under your bed may sound unusual at first, but as you'll come to see, this is not about superstition or chasing quick fixes. It's about the energy we create around us and within us. It's about the way we choose to treat ourselves with reverence, with faith, with love. Every action you take with love becomes powerful. Every thought you choose with kindness becomes a seed of transformation. And when we align our thoughts, our space, and our spirit in harmony, life begins to reflect that harmony right back to us. So let's walk gently into this conversation together, not from a place of needing to fix anything, not from fear, but from a place of curiosity, of softness. What if tonight could be the night you chose to believe a little more in your ability to receive? What if the universe has been waiting for you to say yes, to open your hands, your heart, your home? What if placing that salt was more than a symbol? What if it was the moment your energy shifted, and with it, your whole life began to move? Money, my love, is not evil. It's not dirty. It's not wrong to want it. So many of us have been taught to believe that desiring wealth is selfish or greedy. And yet, how can we give? How can we thrive? How can we live our purpose if we are always afraid of lack? Money is energy. It's current. It flows where it is welcomed. And just like water, it cannot be forced. It must be invited with love, with care, and with trust. You see, money is not just the paper bills or numbers in a bank account. Money is the feeling of freedom when you buy something you need. It's the joy of giving a gift to someone you love. It's the peace that comes from knowing the bills are paid and there's food on the table. It's the ease in your body when you no longer have to say no to what lights you up. That's what money represents. That's the energy behind it. And energy responds to our thoughts, to our feelings, to the space we create. When we live in fear, when we tell ourselves that money is hard to get, that we're not good enough, that we'll always struggle, money hears that. The universe hears that, and it mirrors it back to us, not because it wants us to suffer, but because it is obedient. Life responds to the energy we live in. When we say, "I don't have enough," we affirm our own lack. But when we say, I am open to receive, we create a new pathway. When we begin to treat money as a loving energy that supports us, we begin to see new opportunities, new ideas, unexpected blessings. Your thoughts are powerful, and so are the spaces you live in. Just as we clean our homes to feel clear and at peace, we must also clean the energy of our spaces. Sometimes, our homes carry the weight of old beliefs. The air becomes heavy with past arguments, worries, or fear, and we may not see it, but we feel it. Have you ever walked into a room and felt uneasy without knowing why? That's energy. That's what we're shifting when we take a small but sacred step, like placing salt under the bed. Now let's talk about salt, this beautiful, natural, and ancient gift. For thousands of years, salt has been used in rituals of healing and protection. It's found in every culture, in every part of the world, not just as seasoning, not just for taste, but for its powerful ability to purify. Salt absorbs negativity. It clears stagnant energy. It restores balance. It is simple but profound, just like you. When you place salt under your bed with love and intention, you are making a declaration. You are saying, I choose to clear away the blocks that stand between me and abundance. You are saying, I welcome wealth. I invite support. I believe in change. And that simple act begins to shift something, not just in your space, but in your heart. Because it's not really the salt that does the work. It's your belief. It's your willingness to create a new story. It's the sacredness of showing up for yourself, even in a small way, that begins the flow. You don't need to believe in magic. You only need to believe in your ability to co-create with life. Salt is a tool, just like breath is a tool, just like affirmations, or prayer, or gratitude. These are gentle invitations for the universe to meet you halfway. These are reminders that you are not stuck. You are never stuck. You are always one loving thought away from a new beginning. Let me guide you through this simple practice. Tonight, before you go to bed, find a small bowl or cup. Fill it with natural salt, sea salt or Himalayan salt if you have it, but even plain salt will do. Whisper it with a quiet intention, something like, I release fear, I welcome wealth. You don't have to say much, just let it come from the heart. Then place it under your bed, beneath where you sleep. If that's not possible, put it nearby with the same intention. As you sleep, allow it to hold your prayer. Let it absorb the old so there's room for the new. In the morning, thank you. You may discard the salt and refresh it after a few nights if you wish. This is not about rules, it's about love. And while the salt works below, your thoughts work within. Speak to yourself with kindness. Remind yourself throughout the day, I am open to receive, not in desperation, but in trust. Wealth does not arrive to the tight fist. It arrives with an open hand. And each time you practice this, you are showing the universe, I am open, I am ready, I am safe to receive. This ritual, this practice, it's not about the salt. It's about saying yes to yourself, yes to change, yes to love, and yes to abundance in all its forms. There is no right or wrong way. There is only the way that feels gentle, loving, and true for you. And as you do this, begin to say to yourself, slowly, with love, I deserve to feel safe. I deserve to be supported. I am open to miracles. I trust the process of life. These words are not just affirmations, they are keys. Keys that unlock the doors you once thought were closed forever. Let them echo through your mind like the sound of a kind voice reminding you of who you truly are, not broken, not behind, not forgotten, but whole, worthy, and already loved. Let this be the beginning. Let tonight be the moment you chose to believe that your energy matters, that your space matters, that your thoughts matter, because they do. You do. And life is always ready to meet you with more when you choose to believe in your own enoughness. Let's hold this truth in our hearts as we continue. There is so much more to explore, and it all begins with that one soft whisper from within that says, I am ready. Now that you've opened your heart to this gentle ritual and welcomed the idea of shifting your space and thoughts, let's continue together. Let's speak about affirmations, not as something to repeat mindlessly, but as sacred words that remind your spirit of the truth. You see, every thought you think, every word you speak is shaping your life. Thoughts are not invisible. They have weight. They leave imprints. They become patterns. And when we are not careful, when we let old beliefs run wild in the background, we begin to live the same day over and over, wondering why nothing changes. Affirmations are not wishful thinking. They are tools. They are bridges from where you are now to where you are ready to go. When you say, I am open to receive, you are doing more than just hoping for money. You are declaring that you are ready to let go of the walls you built around your receiving. You are breaking the chain of lack that may have run through your family for generations. You are planting seeds in the garden of your subconscious, and with care, those seeds grow. There is something powerful about speaking loving words out loud. It makes them real. It brings them into your body. So, my love, I invite you to say this with me. I welcome abundance with an open heart. I trust life to bring me what I need. I am a magnet for miracles. Let those words move through you. Speak them slowly, gently. Let each word soften the tight places in your chest, in your belly, in your mind. Say them before you sleep. Say them in the morning. Say them when fear tries to rise. And each time you do, feel how your body responds. Feel how peace begins to return. You don't have to believe these words fully at first. That's all right. Sometimes our old beliefs are loud and stubborn, but with every repetition, the new belief becomes a little stronger, a little louder, and in time, it becomes your truth. You may begin to see small signs, a gift, an opportunity, an idea, a solution you didn't expect. That's life responding. That's life saying, yes, I hear you. Let the space where you sleep become sacred. Your bed is not just a place to rest your body. It's a place to rest your mind, to reset your energy, to reconnect with your divine wisdom. When you place the salt beneath your bed, let it be a moment of gratitude. Say thank you for the money you have. Thank you for the lessons you've learned. Thank you for the opportunity to begin again. Because gratitude unlocks the heart. Gratitude brings more. What you appreciate, appreciates. You may also wish to create a small practice before bed, something quiet, something loving. Light a candle, hold your hand over your heart, speak one affirmation. Even 5 minutes of care can shift your energy. Even 5 minutes of presence can change what tomorrow brings. The goal is not to control life. It is to allow life to flow through you, to meet it with grace, to meet it with faith. And when you speak these words, when you create this space, you are telling life, I am ready to be supported. I am ready to be loved. I am ready to receive it. But sometimes we find that no matter how much we try, something inside still holds back. Maybe it's a little voice that says, I don't deserve this, or a tightness in the chest that says, it's not safe to have money. That's when we know it's time to gently look within, to bring light to the places that feel unworthy or afraid. This is not about blame, it's about love. It's about understanding that we all carry old beliefs, beliefs we picked up from childhood, from family, from society, beliefs that are not ours, beliefs that are not true. I want you to know that it is safe to let go. It is safe to believe something new. When you notice these old thoughts coming up, speak to them like you would speak to a frightened child. Say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I am safe now. I choose to believe in abundance. Gently guide your mind back again and again. This is the practice. This is the healing. Sometimes writing can help. At night, before you sleep, write down the thoughts that make you feel small or afraid. Look at them, and then, next to each one, write a loving truth. For example, if the thought says, I will always struggle, you might write, I am open to ease. If the thought says, money doesn't come to people like me, you might write, I am worthy of wealth. Let your pen become your voice of healing. Let your paper become a space for your freedom. And when you feel brave, look into the mirror, look into your own eyes. Say to yourself, I love you, I believe in you, you are safe now, you are allowed to receive. At first it may feel strange. You may want to look away, but keep going, because that reflection is not just your face, it is your soul asking to be seen, asking to be loved. And every time you show up for yourself in this way, you rewrite the story, you create new roots, you heal what once felt broken. When you begin to clean your thoughts, your home begins to change. And when your home changes, your life changes. Everything is connected. Your space is a mirror of your inner world. So let's take a moment to think about the home you live in. Does it feel peaceful? Does it feel loving? Does it feel like a place where abundance is welcomed? You don't need to have expensive things. You don't need to redecorate or spend money. You only need to bring love into your space. That might look like opening the windows and letting fresh air in. It might look like tidying one corner of a room just to create space for new energy. It might look like placing a small bowl of salt in a forgotten area with the intention to clear away what no longer serves you. Every little act of care sends a message. When you clean with love, when you create space with intention, the universe responds. You are saying, I make room for blessings. I prepare for wealth. I am ready to be supported. And life will meet you there. Perhaps you place a few affirmations on your wall or your mirror, words that speak directly to your spirit. Maybe something like, my home supports me. My space reflects abundance. I live in harmony with the energy of wealth. These little reminders help you hold the vibration throughout your day. They help you stay aligned when old doubts try to sneak in. As you move through your space, do it with tenderness. Notice how you feel in each room. Does it lift you up or pull you down? Is there something you've been holding on to that no longer feels right? A pile of papers, old items, clutter in the corners? Sometimes, releasing the physical makes space for the spiritual. Let your decluttering be a ritual, not a chore, but an offering, a way to say, I let go, I trust, I make space for the new. You can also create small abundance corners, a place where you place a coin or a crystal or a symbol that reminds you of wealth. It's not about the object, it's about the feeling it gives you. It's about surrounding yourself with beauty, with hope, with possibility. Because when your space feels good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you attract more good. It is that simple. Your home does not need to be perfect. It only needs to feel like love. And love, my dear, is the greatest attractor of all. When you live in love, you live in alignment with the universe. You walk with grace. You open doors that fear could never open. You allow life to surprise you. You become a magnet, not just for money, but for peace, joy, purpose, and ease. Let this be your practice. Let this be your joy. One step at a time, one small shift, one corner of your space cleared, one loving word spoken, and before you know it, the flow begins. The energy rises, the blessings arrive, not because you begged, but because you believed. You are always being supported, always being guided, always being loved. As your space begins to shift and your heart opens even more, it's important to know that the changes may come in quiet ways at first. Sometimes we expect money to fall from the sky or miracles to arrive with flashing lights. But life is gentle. It moves like a soft stream, not a thunderstorm. Often the very first sign that things are shifting is not in your bank account, it's in your body. You feel lighter. You sleep more peacefully. You notice you're not as anxious about bills or as afraid to check your bank balance. These are not small things. These are powerful signals. They are proof that your energy is moving into harmony with the flow of abundance. It's possible you begin to receive other forms of wealth before the money shows up. Someone offers to help you. You receive a free gift. You discover something valuable that had been with you all along. A person comes into your life who inspires you or brings opportunity. This is all part of the miracle. Don't dismiss the little things. They are building blocks. They are stepping stones. Money is only one form of abundance. When you learn to recognize wealth in all its forms, you welcome the full spectrum of prosperity. Trust that even when you can't see it, something is happening. Just like a seed planted in the soil, you don't see its growth immediately, but under the surface, roots are forming. That's what your energy is doing. It's taking root in a new frequency, a new pattern, a new truth, and from that truth, beautiful things grow. Your job is not to force it. Your job is to stay open, to stay in love, to treat each moment as sacred, to speak words that nourish your future, not words that repeat your past. This is why affirmations are so important. They keep your mind focused on the light even when the outer world still looks dark. They keep your heart open when fear wants to shut it down. They remind you of who you truly are. Say with me now, every day I am becoming more open to the flow of abundance. I trust that life is bringing me exactly what I need. I struggle. I receive with grace. Breathe that in. Let those words live inside you. To support this shift even further, You can create small daily rituals that keep your energy aligned. In the morning, before you reach for your phone or dive into your tasks, take a quiet moment. Place your hand on your heart and say one loving affirmation, something simple, something kind. Today, I receive the blessings that are meant for me. Let that be your anchor. In the evening, reflect on your day with gratitude. Write down one thing that went well, no matter how small. Gratitude is a magnet. It draws more of what you focus on. When you say thank you tell the universe, yes, I see the good. I welcome more. You may also light a candle during your quiet moments. Candles represent light, clarity, and hope. They remind us that no matter how dark things may seem, there is always light within us. You are that light. You are the flame that cannot be extinguished. You don't need a complicated routine. What matters is the love behind it. What matters is that you are showing up for yourself every day, not because something is wrong, but because you are worthy of care, worthy of peace, worthy of wealth. As you continue to speak lovingly to yourself, to care for your home, to place your salt with intention, and to nourish your energy, you will begin to notice something extraordinary. You won't just feel better, you'll start to attract better. That is the magic of alignment. When you stop chasing and start allowing, life begins to meet you with grace. You may feel called to take new actions, apply for a new role, start a creative project, reach out to someone, try something different. These impulses are sacred. They are not random. They are the universe whispering, this way. Follow them gently. Follow them with trust. You don't have to leap. You only need to take one small step and then another. Some days will feel easier than others. That's normal. On the harder days, come back to your breath. Come back to your salt. Come back to your affirmations. Let them hold you. Let them remind you that you are not failing. You are learning. You are healing. You are growing in ways you cannot always see. And through it all, be kind to yourself. Be patient. You are doing beautifully. Let us close our time together with a soft reminder. You were never meant to suffer. You were never meant to live in fear. You are a child of the universe, and it is your birthright to live in joy, in freedom, in prosperity. You do not have to earn this. You do not have to prove anything. You only have to say yes. Yes to healing. Yes to love. Yes to a life that supports you. Place your salt with care. Speak your affirmations with love. Walk through your home with reverence. And most of all, speak to yourself like someone you deeply love, because you are. So now, as we part for today, repeat with me one final truth. I am open to receive. I am ready to receive. I welcome abundance now. All is well in my world. And it is. You are supported. You are loved. You are free. And you are ready. Let the blessings flow, my dear. Let them flow.